You guys might know him from TikTok and Instagram and everywhere in between.
OnlyFans.
If portraits could talk, if portraits could talk, a smile to unlock, a smile to unlock, John Martinez art.
Hey everybody, my name is John Martinez. Welcome to If Portraits Could Talk, the interview show where we get to know and draw your favorite creators, artists, musicians, and actors. Today we're joined by the very funny Leo Gonzalez. You might know him from Instagram and TikTok with his characters Junior and the News Reporter. Leo, how's it going? How you doing today? You guys might know him from TikTok and Instagram and everywhere in between.
OnlyFans.
All right, so what I'm going to do is draw your picture while we chat a little bit.
For sure.
So I don't know if you've seen any of my videos where I kind of like draw random people. It's kind of like
so you're able to do it while you talk?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. I can't do anything. I can't do two things at once.
It just takes a lot of practice. That's for sure. Let the people know who you are, what kind of stuff you do.
Well, my name is Leo Gonzalez. I make videos for TikTok. I started about a year and a half ago. I think like in May, near the start of the pandemic, and I just do kind of some skits, some like POV type videos, and I've been working a lot on some collaborations, trying to see if I can get into a little bit of acting at some point, maybe.
Tell me briefly how you got where did your TikTok fame start? Do you remember which video like got the most, like made you viral? Is there a specific like series or character that people like really enjoy the most? I know like Junior and the Reporter and.
Well, everything I do is a banger, John. I'm just kidding. No, I think the first thing that I did that got traction was I was impersonating a Spanish anchor for Univision, and that was the first thing that got traction. And then after that, I did some relatable Hispanic stuff, just some stuff that I feel like a lot of people could relate to. And then from there I did, and then that got some good traction. And then from there I did like teacher videos, and that got a lot of traction. And then I made Junior videos, which is I think it's kind of the primary character that I do.
So how did that come about? Like, what was it? What was your thought process behind Junior? Like, do you draw inspiration from just the individuals, or like life, or like how do you?
No, it's a real, because Junior is the guy that we all knew, the "Where's My Hug At" guy at school.
Yep.
And so the first person that I impersonated before I named that character Junior was I saw this guy at I think it was like at a McDonald's in Nevada, in Reno. And I just watched him have that conversation, an actual conversation. And he says something, I pretty much, like the video that I did, my first Junior video was pretty much like an impersonation of that actual conversation. Because I think he had said something, he was like, "You don't like working here, huh? Like, I work at the other one," or something like that. And I think that one was got some traction, because I think we all know the "Where's My Hug At" people, but we also, at those jobs when we worked, because I worked at a Philly cheesesteak place, and I think there's just like this, you have this bond when you work in fast food. You have the fresh out of high school. We have the people that have been there for a long time, that for 40 years. The manager that's like 22, and and we have the juniors that are like.
I can definitely relate. I started in fast food too, so that's I worked at Carl's Jr. my first job, and it's like it's the same thing. Yep. There's always that guy.
Junior is that. Yeah, exactly. The guy, it was just like, damn, like that, just little phrases and stuff. So I impersonated that. as my first one. I think was like Walmart or McDonald's, one of those. And then from there, people were like, do Taco Bell and do this place. So at some point I named him because I was like, okay, well, I think it'd be cool if I could insert this character into different situations, different scenarios.
So can you tell me how the success of like TikTok and Instagram and has changed your life, and what it means to you? Like,
yeah, it's changed my life in a lot of ways. I think sometimes I moved. So I'm originally from Fresno area, from Hanford, California.
Yeah.
A year, not a year ago, a little over a year and a half ago, I moved to Nevada. I was there for a year. And then now I live in LA for the last 7 months. And so that was like the first way that it changed, but I didn't really, I think I've been doing so much. I've just been working a lot on trying to kind of keep the momentum that I kind of forget what's been going on. But when I really sit down and think about stuff, it's just crazy to think that that it's my job for now. That's my current job, is doing these videos and working on partnerships with different companies and stuff.
yeah, that's awesome.
It's just been wild doing collabs with people that I used to be a fan of. It's been really cool to be friends with people that I watched on Vine and I watched on Twitter back then. So that's been like a big thing, because I feel like such a fan with them, and I feel so I feel like I just snuck in through the alley into this stage with these cool, funny, talented people. So it's been crazy.
So
and I've made a lot of
So the George Lopez thing, I watched the episode on his podcast with you. So how did that come about? And like, how does that, like, I know he was like your hero as a kid, like growing up. Like how did that happen? Like
we had been talking for a few months. We talked since before I got to LA. So we've been talking for like maybe 9 months or so. And I think I had done like my first video where I like impersonated him as like I think it was like how George Lopez looks when he's doing this. I did like something, and he saw it, his daughter saw it, and she messaged me, and I guess she's the one that told him, Mayan's the one that told him about me. And so yeah, he had posted me on his on his Instagram story. We talked, and then for a little bit we were like, okay, like let's plan like a duet or something. And then I told him like, hey, I'm moving to LA, and it'd be cool, maybe we could like do something one day. And he's like, yeah, we could do something one day. And then
awesome.
I just had to keep pressing, because he's got so many business ventures, so many, like a meat company, he's got his restaurants, his beer, his podcast, everything, and his foundation and his organization. So I was like, I was like, don't want to bother him, but like, every few weeks I'd be like, hey, I'm here, Dad. No. So finally
Dad.
one day,
every so often, like you'll do something. You're not even doing a George Lopez thing, and you remind me so much of him. It's like you're influenced so much by George. It's crazy. Like I don't even know if you realize it.
Yeah. No. Yeah. He was like, he was my, and like that guy. It was really surreal sitting there on his podcast, because I was like, I had to.
Yeah, I can see you like in the back. You're just kind of like, oh my God, this is really happening. Like. Yeah,
I was like trying to be present, because I wasn't really the guest that day. I was just kind of there. It's their show, or him and Gil. And Gil's kind of like at least like an acting co-host right now until it's made official, I think, one day. But so for me, I was just like, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like the one audience member on this show. And then once in a while he like turns to me And so that was really surreal because it was like, gosh, it's the one guy, you know. And I think about like, there's other people that I loved growing up. I loved Ray Romano. I loved Lucille Ball and David Spade, but George Lopez was like the number one guy. Like that was like my inspiration. And so that moment was like, you know, in the podcast, I was like, all right, let's play cool. And then once I got to my car, I was like, all right, cry, you little bitch. You know, I was like, you know, it was like finally that moment where I was like, okay.
So is stand-up or like an acting career, is that like your what you want your career path to be? Would you ever do like stand-up, or do you ever do improv or something like that?
Yeah, well, right now I'm actually planning on doing some stand-up in the next few months. And it's, I never actually thought that I would. I really genuinely thought that I was going to be a journalist at this age. And yeah, it's just, the plans just, so I didn't expect it. It's what I wanted to do. It was my first dream of when I was like 6 or 7. I was like, I want to, you know, I would watch novelas, I would watch movies, and, you know, I'd watch any shows that were on, like Everybody Loves Raymond. And I would always think like, oh my gosh, like how crazy would it be to, like, how crazy is it to be them in front of a live audience and like just be so funny and be, you know, just be so like, just the timing, everything was so good. And so that was my first dream, but it just never seemed realistic. And now I think it does.
So if you had the opportunity to produce and star in your own TV show, what kind of show it would be? And who would play your TV wife?
So if I did a sitcom.
If you did a sitcom, or is that what you like plan to do, is to maybe get in a sitcom, or like what would be your show?
Well, I mean, I'd love a sitcom. I hope I'd be able to act in one. My dream would be like, I would love a talk show. Like that's the dream. It's like I love Jimmy Kimmel. I love Conan.
Yes.
And so like that would be like the dream, being able to do a talk show with an audience, interviewing guests and doing remotes, just segments in different places. So that would be it. But if I had a sitcom, I know this is probably too much. It's probably like out of budget, but I feel like Selena Gomez and I would look good together as a TV couple. I think so. Maybe it's probably out of budget, but
going back to the collaboration stuff and the acting stuff, anybody you would want to work with in the future? Like anybody specific? Gosh. I saw you like they did the Marshmallow thing, and that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, Marshmallow, that was crazy. I went to watch him a few years ago in concert, and so that one was mine. I was like, what? That's the same thing I said earlier. I was like, I feel like I snuck in through the back alley. I'm like, how did you like let me in? Like you're, and then I'm
yes.
I mean, I would love to do anything with Conan O'Brien. I know that that's not like a TikTok thing, but just do anything with
it.
Conan.
Can be, isn't he going?
I don't think he's on TikTok. Well, and he doesn't have that show anymore, but now he's got the HBO Max show. I'd love to do, you know, if I could even just serve him water during the taping of his HBO Max show, that's good for me.
Just hit up George.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I'm sure he has his number, right? I'm sure he's got it.
He's got all the numbers. I'm sure he's got all the numbers.
I had George Lopez's phone in my hand while we were in the podcast. He handed me his phone so I could stream live. And while I was on it, I was like, should I look through his contacts? Like, I bet he has everybody in here.
I don't know. I probably would have risked it.
Yeah. I also was like, I could also just leave right now and get in my car with his phone. But no, I'd love to do anything with Conan. I love David Spade still. Yeah, I don't know. I just think there's so many people that I think are so funny, and just to be in the room with them, I think is crazy.
It's there's a long list of people that I would want to get in front of the camera. So like, I didn't think I was going to be able to do this 6 months ago. There's no way like I was thinking I was going to be doing this right now. Like, I don't know how this came about. Is maybe just doing my TikToks, because I would just get on Omegle and draw random people and ask them questions and talk to them, and I'm like, hey, I could probably do this. So this is it, man.
Yeah,
This is pretty fun. Like, and you said you want to do the talk show thing, just do it. Just grab a camera, and you got some TikTok connections and stuff like that. Just
well, yeah, I have been developing a little bit of a project with that, but yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah, that's a question. What advice would you give younger content creators who are trying to kind of make the same kind of content you are, like similar stuff like comedy bits? Like, what advice would you give them?
Well, I gosh, I don't know. I think that I always feel super ineligible to like answer that, because I'm still a very small creator myself. But I just feel like one thing that I've learned from my friends who are big TikTokers is to just be consistent, and that's what I've tried to be. Is I don't post more than once a day because I don't have that in me. I don't have all my stuff is written out. I don't use sounds, or I don't do trends. Like, everything is like written, and so I can't.
It's tough. It's tough to post more than once a day.
Yeah,
I don't know how people do it. It's pretty.
Yeah, some of my friends put out like 8 posts a day, and I'm like, that's
too
cool.
much.
That's awesome. I'm glad that they can. But the one thing I think that works for a lot of people is to just be consistent. I've learned that there's an audience for everybody. I know that there's not everybody's going to love me. Not everybody's going to love everybody. But there are people who will love you, exactly what you have to offer, exactly the kind of stuff that you are making. There are different stores, there are different restaurants, different bands, different movies for different people. And I feel like that's the best way to look at it when you're trying to create content, is that there will be people there who will watch you, and they'll be big fans of you. And it's really good when you're able to make that community, and as you kind of get to have that community, I think it's good to not forget how much you wanted it, how great it is, how fortunate you are to have it, because it could be gone like everything else.
Yeah, man, that's the perfect answer. Like, you knew it, you got it.
I'm like, yeah, I don't really know how to answer that.
And then he spews out this poetic, answer.
It's all improv.
Yeah. Well, you're expert level in improv, sir. Okay. Are you ready for your drawing?
You do it that fast?
Yeah, man. I'll actually clean it up and like afterwards, but like for the most part, this is the gist of it. I'll get you and then I'll send you this after the stream.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I tend to do these pretty quick. Usually my like little sketches I do are like 3 minutes. Like, it's not even like, it's
gosh. Dang. Wait, so how long have you been doing this for? Who asks you questions, John? Can I be the one that asks me questions? Hey. Hold on. Yeah, let's get into this. How long have you been doing this?
TikTok or drawing?
Drawing.
I've been drawing since high school, so roughly 20 years. Yeah.
I was gonna say, 5 years.
Yeah, I identify as 25, so yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Wait, so you weren't one of those that did it as an elementary kid? Like, you did it in high school, and you're good at it.
I mean, I've always drawn, but I wasn't always good until maybe 10 years ago. I started actually getting serious with it. and I was like, hey, I want to draw. I've always liked to draw, but I need to learn how to draw. So I started teaching myself. I went to school. Yeah.
You went to school for it?
I went to school for a little bit, and I found out the school was stealing my money, so I dropped out. But I learned on my own, like through YouTube and
Wow.
Other artists and stuff like that. So yeah.
Wow.
Then I started doing the drawing random people thing, maybe about 5 years ago, just picking it up, and then I'd never actually posted any of them until the pandemic started.
So who were these people that you were?
Just
were they like commissions?
No, you know the website Omegle where you can talk to random people. So I'll get on there and I'll just draw whoever pops up. I'm like, hey, can I draw a picture? And I'll draw random people, and I'll get the reactions.
But wait, for the last 5 years?
I've done that for like the last 5 years.
What?
Yeah. I've drawn.
Wow.
Well, I mean, I've done a lot of commissions, like commission work, obviously in between that, but like for practice and fun, I've been doing those, and that's pretty much like how my thing got started. I started posting them on TikTok and kind of blew up. People like it.
Whoa.
So
so you would record? You would screen record Omegle videos?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I got it.
Yeah, and people get a kick out of the reactions, and I love making smiles and just making people's day. Like a lot of people on there are just bored, especially during the pandemic. They were so depressed and like stuck in their houses, and like anything I can't like go out and make people happy out in the real world, but I can get on somebody's computer and like make them smile for at least that little moment and cheer them up, kind of give them a happy point in their day or whatever. That's kind of like what I did.
Would you send them the invoice after for their commission?
That'll be $20, please.
Yeah, you're like, so anyways, I can send you the vector file for 85.
Yes. No, yeah, it was good times. All right, are you ready?
Okay, I'm nervous. I'm nervous that you're gonna put up a picture of a potato.
No potatoes. Okay. All right, here it is. In 3, 2.
Whoa, that's crazy. Oh wow. It's like the ones that what are they like? Is that a caricature type or no?
I don't really do like the caricatures. I kind of do like a
because it's
portrait.
not like.
I try not to get too crazy with them, otherwise I want smiles. I don't want to be like, what the.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. That's awesome. This looks. Oh wait, are you Did you do the George Lopez one? The one with me and George?
I did.
Oh, okay. I was like, my nose looks like it did in that one. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yes.
That one was sick, too. Thanks, I was like, because I think Henry had sent me that. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, he's in the chat right now. Yeah, he's watching.
Oh, whoa. Okay.
Yeah,
okay, I get what's going on. Okay. Took me.
What's going on?
No, now it makes sense because I wasn't on the loop in any of this, any planning of this Zoom. But now I'm like, okay. So Henry, okay. I get it. Dang, that's awesome. You're fast. That's crazy. Wait, so how long?
Yeah.
So how long was that?
About 20 minutes, 20-ish minutes. 20.
Light work.
Yeah. Yeah. So I usually take about 2 hours, like on the super detailed ones. That way they're nice and cleaned up and pretty and presentable. But yeah, basically, what can we expect out of you in the future? Do you have any plans like coming up that we can we don't have to be secret about? No,
everything is a secret right now. No, I'm just kidding. No, I mean, I don't have a lot of things right now. I don't have a lot of big plans. The only thing I've really been working on is doing the stand-up, setting that up for some stand-up for the next few months. That one is a secret on who it is, but I'm doing another collab with someone that a pretty cool musician that I was into in high school and junior high, and so that one's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Just the only hint is it's not Bad Bunny.
It's not. It's not Bad Bunny, guys.
It's not Bad Bunny. That's the only hint. Yeah. So no, but yeah. So right now I'm just kind of trying to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm just trying to see where it goes, and hopefully I can act on some. One day I want to be in a project that's not my own, green screen, my own phone. That's the goal. So, but not big plans right now.
All right, Leo. Well, it was a pleasure talking with you. Definitely stay in touch because I'll follow your journey. You follow mine. Yeah, man.
Well,
it was good.
Thank you.
I'll send you this drawing as soon as I'm done cleaning it up, and you have yourself a wonderful week.
You too. Thank you so much.
All right, man.
Take care, John.
Thanks again for Leo Gonzalez for hanging out today on If Portraits Could Talk. Be sure to follow all his socials. All the links will be down below. And be sure to hit that subscribe button. Tap that notification bell for more If Portraits Could Talk in the future. We'll be posting every Friday. And I want to give a very special shout out to my Twitch family. Thank you for all your support. I couldn't do it without you guys. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.
If portraits could talk, if portraits could talk, a smile